Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am God.
Oh, that's nice, Scruff, that is. That's lovely. Lovely to hear that those singing lessons are paying off at last. Cost me a fortune, though, I have to say.
I am the Lord that healeth thee. I am the Lord that healeth thee. I am the Lord that healeth thee.
Oh, beautiful, Scruff. Beautiful money. So well spent, that is.
In thee, O Lord, I put my trust. In thee, O Lord, I put my trust. In thee, O Lord, I put my trust.
Oh, hey, what's all this about anyway? It's an old song, that is. It's a good one, though. But why were you singing it?
Just sometimes, Dad, I need to get in the zone. You know, I'd find some space to chill and be still.
Oh, why though? What's been going on? You get loads and loads and loads of time by yourself, don't you?
Not always. It's you and Mom and Granny Whiskers. Especially Granny Whiskers.
Oh,
Talking all the time. You never draw breath.
what do you mean? I'm quiet, I am, and have a bit more respect for your grand Scruff.
Sure, Dad. Whatever. Be still, for the presence of the Lord, the Holy One, is here.
Oh, that's another classic Scruff, that is. Okay, I'll give you a bit of space, don't worry.
Thanks, Dad.
I tell you what, though, Scruff, we all need a bit of space sometimes, don't we? Space to think and to pray and reflect. Space just to be, I reckon, really. Everybody needs that, don't they? I always think about that reading from the Bible. Do you remember that one where Elijah, the prophet Elijah from the Old Testament, he's on the run, isn't he? And he's tired and he's worn out and he's scared and he's just plain exhausted, to be honest with you. And he finds this cave and he spends the night there inside the cave. Of all the places in the world to find some peace and quiet, that cave had to be the place.
That sounds scary, being in a cave.
Well, maybe. But you must have felt a bit lonely as well, I suppose. At least until it happened.
What happened? What do you mean, Dad?
Well, a voice spoke to him.
Exciting.
Yes, it was exciting, really. This voice spoke to him. And this voice told him to go outside, and it said to him, if you look carefully, you will see God.
Really?
Yes, really. So this massive hurricane passed by through the mountains and it broke up all the rocks. Really exciting. But you know, God wasn't there in the hurricane.
He wasn't?
No, he wasn't. And then this earthquake came along. This noisy, dangerous earthquake. It sounds really scary, that does. But God wasn't there either. God wasn't there in the earthquake. And then there came this fire, this blazing fire. But God wasn't there in the fire either.
A hurricane? An earthquake? A fire? I'm gripped, Dad. So where was God?
I'll tell you exactly where God was. He wasn't in all that noise and clatter and chaos. No, God came in a whisper. God came in a very quiet, gentle whisper. And that's often how God speaks, Scruff, really, you know. God doesn't always show himself in noise and drama and fussiness and hustle and bustle. No, often, actually, maybe most of the time, God speaks to us in a still, small voice. It's like a whisper.
Like this.
Maybe. What you need to do, though, is to listen. Listen to that whisper.
Pardon?
You need to Very funny, Scruff. But you have to listen. And if you listen really, really hard, you might just hear God speaking to you. Remember, of course, that God is everywhere. God's everywhere anyway. But that quiet voice reminded Elijah all those years ago that God was with him. And God is with us now, even today, in all the ups and downs and the twists and turns of life. God is always there. God's always with us. And sometimes God does speak in those quiet, still moments, in the depths of our hearts, in everything we experience, in all the questions and the doubts that challenge us sometimes, and lots of other things as well. The trick is, Scruff, to be open, Open your heart. Open your heart, Scruff, to that gentle, quiet, tender, almost imperceptible voice of God. God's always there, always here, always listening. We have to listen to God as well. Here, let's try it, why don't we? Just for a few seconds, let's just be quiet, shall we? Shh. There's a quiet understanding when we gathered in the Spirit. It's a promise that He gives us when we gather in His name. There's a quiet understanding when we gathered in the Spirit.